Alright, so what's going on YouTube? It is your boy Brandon or Dagger coming at you guys with a brand new video. Today we're going for a little drive. As you can tell, it's a little wet out. I was gonna go to the canyons this morning and carve the canyons a little bit with this new tune, but it rained all day today, so unfortunately we're not be able to make that video. So we're gonna make this video. I was gonna do this later at night, but I haven't uploaded in a while and I missed you guys. Whenever I take these small little upload breaks, I feel like I need to get the upload up immediately, because I just want to keep uploading and make content. You know, with this car and everything, it's just so fun to drive, and it's just fun, you know. I love making content again. I feel like we're back and grinding it out. You know, we're trying to get to where we want to be, and we just got to be consistent. So consistency is key. I'm gonna rewatch that clip over again and remind myself that I gotta keep uploading videos. But I hope you guys are having a good weekend. We're nearing Halloween here. We're getting close to the end of the month, which is gonna be good because I'm tired of October. I'm ready for Thanksgiving. I'm ready for all the turkey, and I don't eat ham, so don't ask me about ham. Should you trade your 10th gen Honda Civic Si, 10th gen LE, XE, hatch, whatever you have for a new gen Si? You're awfully close there, buddy. Should you trade your car in? You know, there's a lot of things that Honda has come out with in the new Gen Si, which are some big pointers which is like a huge turning point for a lot of people. So this is to all the people that own the 10th gen, which is pretty much my whole community. So if you have a 10th gen and you're wondering if you should trade it in for your or trade it for the 11th gen, this is probably gonna be the video for you. Obviously the 11th gen should be coming out, I think, by the end of the year. I could be wrong. It's coming out soon. It's on the website and everything. It's on Honda's website. You can see it all. Let's first talk about the looks. How does the car look? It obviously is more subtle and a less aggressive version of the 10th gen, which is the current gen that is out right now. With that being said, looks wise, I mean, I love the front end of the 10th gen. I mean, if you add the touring headlights and you just add the 2020 plus garnishes on the front, I mean, the car looks nice. Now from the back end, I believe the 11th gen looks better, and there would have been no way to cross that over to make the 10th gen front end convert with the 11th gen rear end. I just feel like that couldn't have happened. Like, there's no way for them to do that. So I feel like there would have been no way for that. So if I had to pick solidly on like how looks are and how everything honestly is, I personally like 100% would probably go with the 11th gen. The only reason why is because I like the car all the way around versus the sedan all the way around. On the 10th gen, it just looks a lot cleaner. It looks a lot more simple. Yes, it is less aggressive, but I'm sure there's gonna be companies that come out with stuff that's gonna make it look more aggressive, look more meaner, make it look more, you know, you can buy parts for that. But as for stock, I would have to give it honestly to the 11th gen. It just looks more simple in my opinion, and I feel like you can do more. You know, when we got the 10th gen platform, we like the rear end, I don't think companies really know what to do with those C lights. Like, it's just very different. I mean, at least with the 11th gen coming out, the tail lights, you could do a lot more with it. Headlights, you know, it just looks a lot more aggressive in my opinion. It looks more like it should be standard. Like, I don't know, it just looks more easier. I feel like companies will probably want to work on that more looks wise versus the 10th gen, because I feel like personally, like, obviously I've had the coupe and I've had the sedan SIs, and I feel like companies just weren't trying looks wise for the 10th gen or the 11th gen platform. I mean the 10th gen, the sedan, the coupe platform, I just don't feel like they were fully there. So I feel like they kind of just rushed it in a way, I guess you can say, to try to get the platform out. I don't really know. It's just, I feel like there wasn't enough things to make it look more better than what it was. So I have to go with the 11th gen on that one. So let's get into the nitty gritty. Honda put a lot more stuff in the 11th gen Si, which makes it more appealing to me, coming from a 10th gen myself. One of the things being, it has auto rev matching. So if you guys didn't know, the Type R does have auto rev matching. It does help a lot. I mean, when you're taking turns pretty fast and you kind of have to downshift maybe 1 or 2 gears, it's solid. One thing that I didn't like about the SI that I had the same problem with, and I know a lot of people did as well, is how far the pedal was from the brake. So like the brake, the pedal for the gas will be a little bit too far down. If you try to like heel toe is a little hard, unless you had like wide feet or big feet, then it was easy for you. But you had to get a pedal spacer to adjust it to bring it up a little bit. I didn't want to deal with all that, so I never ended up getting it for it. But that was like my biggest thing, is if I ever had a heel toe, I could only really do it in my Yeezys because it has that little extra arch in it that helped me actually heel toe perfectly. Couldn't do it in Vans, couldn't do it in everything, so it kind of helped on this. This one, the pedal's not as far, but it doesn't matter because I have auto rev matching, which the new SI is gonna have, which I am perfectly stoked with, and I'm pretty cool about it. One of the biggest complaints is that the car makes less power than the tension. I kind of agree with it, only because if you kind of look into it, the power is gonna hit a lot faster than the previous gen. I don't know if that has to do with transmission, timing, I don't know what it has to do with, but I just do know that they are going to feel a little bit quicker than the tensions. So power is gonna be hitting a little bit faster, which is always a plus. It's never a bad thing, and it's just probably gonna be quicker. Now, if we were to put the 10 gen and 11 gen, you know, both stock in a straightaway, maybe the 10 gen will catch up, but it's only 5 more horsepower, so I don't really know how much it's gonna catch up. So that's a huge, I mean, obviously we can make more power. Obviously we can have those goodies on the car that, you know, gives more power, bigger turbo, E85. It's still gonna be the 1.5 liter turbocharged. It sounds like, and I don't know if they confirmed this already, but it sounds like it has VTEC. If you guys kind of listen to the commercial, you can hear when they're revving it, VTEC is trying to open up. We are having VTEC, and it sounds like VTEC from the exhaust side, just like the Type R is currently. So that's never a bad thing. Makes the exhaust honestly sound very good when it's wide open throttled. So that's a huge plus in my book. So I definitely agree with that. I know they also said that the transmission on the 11th gen is going to be smoother, and I think it's at 20% shorter in throws. I could be wrong. There's somewhere where it says 20%, you know, faster, and I believe it's in the throws. It's 20% shorter throws, so it's gonna be quicker throws. It won't be as long. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a similar shifter to what's in the Type R, because this feels a lot shorter than the SI was, but it still feels obviously longer than a short shifter if you were to actually get one. So that's kind of one thing to kind of look into. It's also gonna have a shorter throw transmission. Hopefully it is a stronger transmission as well. Obviously the number one thing that a lot of 10 gen people have problems with when they do build power is transmission. I've heard it a lot, I've seen it a lot, I've seen it everywhere. The transmission is the weakest part of the car, along with the head gasket. So hopefully Honda has figured out that problem, fixed those issues, and there is no problem with those, because obviously when you go E85 big turbo, you're going to be pushing some decent power on these motors, especially on a 1.5, where I feel like you should have a stronger base, like, you know, stronger everything. So hopefully the transmission's a little bit stronger, where it can handle that kind of small, you know, that kind of power. And same thing with the head gasket. I mean, obviously things are going to give, but, you know, hopefully they just put that into that. I don't know if they even talked about that as well, but obviously head gaskets was also the biggest thing in there. And obviously the next thing up is going to be the clutch. I'm sure they're putting a different clutch in there. You know, when this car, the 10 gen platform kind of came out, the clutch just wasn't good. I mean, even when I ran Honda +9 on my SI, the clutch was slipping after that. So it kind of sucks that, you know, they have issues like as simple as a clutch on a simple base map tune. This guy's like trying to get hit here or something. But hopefully the clutch is a lot stronger. A lot of people in the 10 gen community do get the CTR retrofitted onto their cars. So obviously these clutches are pretty good. I don't know what they're capable of holding, maybe 400, I could be wrong. But I've seen people run about 380 on a Type R clutch. So could be running around that much power on their SI with that kind of clutch. So obviously we're gonna have a better clutch. Hopefully we get better internals, as in a better head gasket, a better, you know, transmission and everything like that. Just so when people want to modify their SIs, which they're gonna do and companies are gonna do, Honda should kind of take that into consideration and be like, hey, we should build, hopefully they build a better like a better standpoint, a better transmission and everything like that, because that's going to be the biggest thing that's going to win or lose people over. So I'm pretty interested in this car, to be honest with you. I'm excited to see what people do with it. I know a couple people who are going to be getting it, so the moment it does touch ground, I am going to review it. I am going to go drive it myself, test drive it, you know, have a lot of fun with it, see what it can do. And who knows, maybe I'll get one, or maybe my girlfriend will get one. If you guys are down to see an 11 gen on the channel, make sure you guys hit that like button. Probably won't get it the first year it comes out, maybe the second or third year, just so I can let all the kinks and everything get out of the way. But last but not least is the interior wise. Now, I have seen the interior on the 11 gen. I happened to see it on a sport touring, obviously at my job, but it's very it's very neat and very clean. Obviously you have those honeycomb vents, which people were super excited about. You know, it kind of makes everything less tacky, I guess you can say. Obviously we have the fake carbon in the 10th gen, but they have like the honeycomb there. It kind of makes it look more simple, more neat. You know, but I think my favorite interior is still going to be the 10th gen platform. Though the seats in the SI and the 10th gen SI are probably going to be a little bit better, just because they're all black. And me personally, I'm not like a big flashy guy, so like these red seats, even in the Type R, I mentioned this before, I don't really care for them, because eventually, even me, I'm gonna get some black seats. You know, I wish that the Type R, the sport lines that came out obviously out of the States, they were black. I don't know if you guys know that the Sportline seats are black, and if you try to get those are actually seat covers, and they're selling for about $2,000 plus. Not getting those. Probably just gonna get rid of the black seats. But the seats in the 11 gen SI, they have the more red to it. There's more red on the inside, so it's more popping in there. It makes you feel like you're in a sports car a little bit more, I guess you can say. But me personally, I'm not a big flashy guy when it comes to interior, so I'd rather just keep all the looks on the outerior side. I mean, I know I drive this every single day. This is something that I look at every single day, but I'd rather still keep the looks on the outside. I don't really care for how my inside is looking, my personal opinion. So I have to give it to the 10th gen in terms of interior on the SI, or even the base models or anything. So give it to that. But other than that, the car looks amazing. I mean, if I had to give it a 9, or if I had to give it a rate out of 10, I'd honestly give it like an 8.5, 9. You know, there's a small things here and there that we have to worry about, but you know, a lot of things that I am excited for. Like I said, hopefully the transmission is stronger, the head gasket is stronger. You know, we have the exhaust system is in the sides versus the middle, like the 10th gen SI was, which was very, very different in that year. You know, you just have there's a bit of a promising thing there, and I'm kind of excited for it. A lot of people are hating on it because it's not as aggressive. It doesn't have the power. It doesn't. What the fuck is this guy doing? Idiot. But yeah, a lot of people are like downing it because it's not as aggressive. It doesn't have all the curvy sport line, you know, the sporty lines. It doesn't have, you know, it doesn't have a lot of things, and that's just how it's gonna be. I mean, that's how it was when the 10th gen came out, when they find out it had a 1.5 in it, and the 1.5s are actually pretty strong. So I'm super excited for it. I don't care what people have to say. I want to see what people do with it. I'm excited. If you guys are trading your 10th gen, your current 10th gen right now for an 11th gen, comment that down below. I'm excited to see it. Yeah, like I said, when you touch the roads, hopefully I can get one, test drive it, and see what's up with that. But I'm pretty turned about it. I'm excited to see how it comes out. And let me know if you guys are excited as well. I mean, shoot, it's a new generation of an SI. It's something we're getting a lot different of. So, you know, obviously Honda is gonna do their magic, and Parametrics is gonna do their magic, and it's just gonna be crazy. I mean, even people like PRL, they're already working on stuff for the 11 gens. It's crazy. So I can only imagine how many things can come out. I mean, I know 271, they're creating a lot more stuff too. They have their own test version of it, of the, you know, the current base model, but I'm sure they're getting an SI. It's gonna be crazy. I'm excited to see how it comes out. So if you guys are excited, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. If you guys are brand new here, make sure you guys also hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button, man. We're trying to hit to 4K. We're grinding, we're hustling it out. We need more parts for the mod, so if you guys hit that subscribe button, it'll help a lot. Make sure you guys share this with your friends, aunties, dogs, sisters, whoever. Just share this video, whether it be on Instagram, whether it be on Twitter. Turn me up, never down. Sheesh. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I can't. Hopefully this rain goes away soon, because California, we're not known for this rainy weather, man. Get this shit out of here. And hopefully we can go hit the canyon soon. I got a lot of videos planned for you guys. I hope you guys are ready for everything that's to come. Yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for the support. If you guys are brand new here, thank you guys. I love you guys. I wish I could do a pull, but I would do nothing but spin. So pull's not happening today. I'm sorry. I love you guys. Oh, look at a little SI in there. Sheesh. Yeah, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you guys have not already. I will see you guys in the next video. And again, I am sorry for the lens on this stupid thing. I know it's all messed up, so don't worry, it's on the way. We're getting one. I'm sorry. Anyways, peace out. See you guys in the next video. Dab, peace.